Hello, everyone, anyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Christopher Wood. I am 52 years old and I am a 6-year revenge retaliation victim of very seriously dangerous Lennox and Addington, Ontario provincial police. Human traffickers, sex slave traffickers, they're involved in having stalking, tortures, elderly murders, financial thefts and frauds, drug trafficking, framings, extortion, kidnapping, blood and piss forcing, false arrest refusals, lies, time buying, cover ups, medical blacklisting through their criminal doctors, file falsifications for discrimination, treatment refusals, sex slavery, human trafficking, tortures, full identity thefts, framings, and murders is what has taken place in Napanee with Lennox and Addington, Ontario provincial police, criminal Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors, justice of the peace, mental health workers, and accomplices, poor, homeless, elderly, disabled crimes, hate crimes, revenge retaliation crimes for me speaking of their homeless trafficking and homeless exploitation for monetary gain and possible money laundering through the Morning Star mission at Napanee. August of 2019, I was shot in the ear, in my right ear, by the ex-O.p.p chief or commander before he left Napanee with something. It was on the corner of Bridge and Center Street, approximately 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and it was in August of 2019. After that, I started having problems. I would go to the hospital. I finally got an appointment for a CAT scan, and after that I was pretty much medically blacklisted after one of the people involved were at the hospital talking to what I now know to be her girlfriend, the one that done my CAT scan, and also falsified my medical file for treatment refusals and discrimination to prevent me help and proof. After that was done, plus given false CAT scan results, my original ones were given to a cop and to a mental health worker, and it can be proven they are still in possession of them. Falsely charged twice by the hospital for treatment refusals, discrimination for crimes that they are guilty of, and wanting them arrested and charged. So to prevent anything legal on them, they had it done to me. The first time was in an attempt to give me a criminal record, which I never previously had. The second time was to buy time to cover up crimes that they are guilty of. Even ex-CEO of the hospital and patient relations are criminally negligently involved with criminal intent to commit and cover up crimes with and for themselves, the hospital, criminal doctors, and crackhead low-life pieces of shit junkies, sex offenders of Napanee who are O.p.p accomplices in the human trafficking. They're drug traffickers for the cops, all registered sex offenders as well, and each and every one of them are guilty of torture, crimes, slavery, brain injuring, murders, attempted murders, including animals. O.p.p cop, ex-chief or commander, year 2019, that drove the white Jeep Wrangler. The one that had me shot, he is guilty of premeditated attempted murder with the intent to commit because of me speaking of his sex slavery trafficking, and one of the people involved stalking children for him for sex slavery at Tim Hortons. Staff Sergeant, years 2019-2021, kidnapping and sodomy, sex assault, testicle tortures, and more. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS. She is the one that showed up to my CAT scan appointments, and she is the girlfriend to the doctor that medically blacklisted me. There is also Shelley Hafner. Hafner had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, 24 hours after asking for help with what has taken place with crimes against me. Spencer Mills, 14716. Robert Kane, 7224. criminal doctors who are involved, and the girlfriend to Stacy, the one that had me medically blacklisted to prevent me helping to assure everything against me. My brain injuring, my body mutilations, my full skull deforming, my lung and kidney damages that's been done with 100% proof and being prevented from doing anything about it medically, legally, or any other thing, no matter what I can show and prove. My rights have been fucking taken from me in every way, shape, or form to prevent me helping to assure this and to assure O.p.p get away with their crimes, to buy time to fuck me over even more. Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, girlfriend to Stacy, she is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder with the intent to commit. Guilty of first-degree file falsification, treatment refusals, discrimination with criminal intent. I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to being shot in August of 2019, and then all the lies against me began. Even being kicked out of the hospital in Belleville prevented medical help twice in Kingston through phone call bullshit lies about being suicidal, self-harmer, which is not true in any way, shape, or form. Lies about drugs that are not true in any way, shape, or form. It's they're using those bullshit lies. So when they're screwing over their victims, they can use those lies and narratives to help cover it up against them. Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, Lennox and Hennepin County General Hospital. She also goes by Dr. Margie V. And she is the girlfriend to Kingston AMHS Stacy. There is Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, ex-CEO Covey Duck, and patient relations, once again, who are all criminally negligent, involved in co-committing and covering up with criminal intent. Each and every one of them are guilty of attempted murder with and for O.p.p. They're guilty of brain injuring me. They're guilty of very serious provable crimes. And it can be 100% proven as well, along with what I have already proven. And then, of course, there is the justice of the peace, who is guilty of obstructions, threats, intimidations, accusations, accusing me of being high on marijuana and hallucinating, being sodomized, sex assaulted because it was done through the cops to cover up his ass. Meanwhile, she reeked of whiskey at 10 o'clock in the morning, and her eyes were glossed over like she just got finished railing a big line of cocaine. This guy here, he is a pimp of napanee. He is a woman beater, a child abuser. He is a sex offender. He is very seriously dangerous, and he is very well known to O.p.p. He is homeless. He is guilty of torture crimes on me. He frequents my mother's son's place to smoke crack with him. He is guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. Mr. Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns is guilty of torture crimes, brain injuring, skull splitting, guilty of identity theft. I have pictures where I look exactly like him, including the same cockeye. He is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder with the intent to commit. He actually thinks that I am a wolf. He is a registered sex offender and a speedhead, and recently had drug overdoses happen at his place on Bridge and Adelphi Street. He is guilty of first-degree attempted murder with and for his boyfriend or husband, Dale Hartwick. Bert Hustler is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder. He is guilty of torture crimes, skull splitting me, injuring me, brain injury me. Guilty of criminal stalking. He is a jealous, obsessed meth head, crackhead, and morphine head. He is a child sex offender. He recently sodomized a boy with his fingers, a 14-year-old, who is now scared to get help medically or legally for the repercussions it will bring upon the kid or his family because of who this piece of shit is with and for O.p.p. Bert the butt plug hustler. He also believes he played hockey for the NHL, Philadelphia Flyers, and Hartford Whalers. Obviously very delusional. This guy here was criminally stalking children for ex-O.p.p chief for sex slavery at Tim Hortons Daily. This is when I got his picture. He is guilty of criminally stalking my mother. He thinks that he and I were switched at birth, thinks that he is my dad, and was stalking my mother and calling my mother mom. He caused her death, killed her with intent, December 20th, 2020 at approximately 6:05 p.m. with him for Spencer Mills 14716 and Stacy, a mental health worker. He has many alias names: Bill Wooldridge, Bill Coolidge, Bill Delarosable, James Bubbles, Stephen Mavis, and Robert Cross. He is now bald, glasses, approximately 65 to 70 years old, and lives at 149 Center Street, North Napanee. He is guilty of torture crimes on me. He is highly obsessed. Once again, he thinks that he and I were switched at birth, and he is guilty of attempted murder on me and killing my mother. This is a child sex offender, a child groomer, Raymond Lebleu. He is guilty of torturing and killing my dog, Run, March 24th, 2023. He is guilty of criminal stalking. He is guilty of brain injury, me being involved with my identity theft, and I can prove where I also have pictures where I look exactly like him. He is guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. He used to live in Brampton or Brantford, Ontario, where he was chased out of that city because of the same crimes, because he is a child molester, sex offender. He is a meth trafficker with him for Robert Kane 7224 as well. Raymond Lebleu. He lives behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria on Dundas and East Street in Napanee. Another picture of the ones known as Bill Wooldridge and Blair Hardy Kane, who is a meth trafficker, who is an alleged O.p.p cop, constable detective. He is guilty of rapes, welfare, disability frauds, thefts, bank frauds and thefts, forgeries, meth trafficking, and multiple homicides. O.p.p cop alleged Blair Hardy Kane. And the one known as Billy Wooldridge again. Here's another picture of them. The two bottom, the guy with the mustache and the hat, that's one known as Bill Wooldridge, aka Robert Cross, and the other two, the top one and the guy with the yellow hat, is Blair Hardy Kane. And these two are the ones guilty of stalking and causing my mother's death, killing her December 20th, 2020. They're guilty of first-degree premeditated murder on her, and I can prove how, and I even have talked about how it was being done to do it. This is another picture of Blair Hardy Kane, this serial killing piece of shit O.p.p cop. My cousin and sex offender Dale Hartwick may now be clean-shaven or have a full-face beard. He is guilty of identity theft. He is guilty of stalking. He is guilty of torture crimes on me, brain injuring me, body mutilations, and attempted murder with the intent to commit homicide for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his wife or ex-wife's boyfriend a couple years ago. He personally admitted to me that he was working with him for the police. Tyler T. Baglake, he is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder, guilty of attempted arson, throwing blood on a previous address, threats of stabbing, guilty of stalking, tortures. He recently faked kidnapping an O.p.p cop, a guy who was from a guy saying he was an O.p.p cop, and he was letting on that he was torturing this dude. And they done it right on my live video right here on YouTube as well. He is Robert Kane, O.p.p drug cop, #1 rat informant. He is guilty of torturing and killing my dog also March 24, 2023 with Raymond Lebleu. Attempted murder on me, and I have pictures where I look exactly like him too. He is approximately 30, 35 years old, and I am no relation to him. I am 52. Jason Gimpy two-step Vinalsta, and he is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted murder. He is guilty of criminal stalking, torture crimes, attempted homicide, guilty of a possible murder in 2021. He sells laced fentanyl between Napanee and Kingston, the hub, to commit homeless overdose murders. He is guilty of attempted murder on me with the intent to commit identity, disability, and insurance fraud. He is guilty of stealing $380 off me last month, as a matter of fact, from my fucking bank account. He is guilty of bank thefts and frauds. And he is a crackhead. He is guilty of possible multiple murders through his drug overdosing. And there is this guy, which is Dale Hartwick's uncle. He is my cousin. His name is Harry Hartwick. He is approximately 85 years old. He is very good friends with Robert Kane. He is very sadistic. He is guilty of letting me have sex with his wife at a 15-year-old boy, where he sat masturbated. He is guilty of stripping me naked as a child, putting duct tape on my testicles, and making me stand in a corner for 4 hours because I would not eat a pickled onion, where he then proceeded to beat the shit out of my mother and my brother at the time. Harry Hartwick, he is guilty of torture crimes on me, brain injuring, body mutilations, and attempted murder with the intent to commit, and it can be 100% proven. Once again, he is also my cousin as well, Dale Hartwick's uncle. This is Harry Hartwick. He is 85, and he is still very sadistic as well. Each and every one of these fucking lowlives are above the law, cannot be arrested without $22,000 because of the crimes that they are guilty of and who they are committing them for, with and for O.p.p. Each and every one of them are sex offenders, sex slave traffickers, and guilty of full identity theft. When people disappear, families are murdered and missing. It is O.p.p. There is also another that lives on Bridge Street. His name is Robert Berry. He is approximately 65, has a crowbar mustache, glasses, is a truck driver, is a sex slave trafficker, and a possible serial killer, and guilty of molesting me in Deserano, in Ontario, in the 1970s. And he is guilty of attempted murder on me, as well as attempted stabbing with a couple years ago. So congratulations, after all this time, the lies, the cover-ups, arrest refusals, false arrests, blaming me for all crimes against me through these pieces of shit. The time has been bought. damage is done. I have no feeling on the right side of my head, the right side of my face in any way, shape, or form. My right lung is completely and totally fucked while these low-life pieces of shit are doing this to me, and I'm being completely and totally changed. I am being forced to support these fuckers because they are drug addicts with and for O.p.p. I am on disability and I have to support each and every one of them supplying their drugs. I supply their food for them and I supply everything else for them through my ODSP. And I am being forced to do it, and there's not a fucking thing I can do about it. So, congratulations, you terrorist pieces of shit, motherfuckers. You're guilty of ending the one bloodline by doing this. Each and every one of you are fall down fucking terrorists, good for nothing pieces of shit bastards. Lika also is criminally negligent involved because they are refusing arrest. They are refusing to. They are the reason why O.p.p are committing their crimes and cannot be charged. Just put it this way. They are very seriously corrupt. Along with your criminal doctors, you have already proven you have no concern or care for life, and I am not taking a fall for any of your fuck toys, O.p.p. I don't care. And Travis Brandt, Lennox Tyandanega Reserve Cop, if you ever stalk me again the way you have been lately, I am gonna have your fucking balls in a sling. I do not care if you are a cop, and that is no threat. I mean, legally, I will sue your ass to fucking kingdom come, you stalking piece of shit. You are involved with human trafficking. You are involved with torture crimes. You are involved with using Stingray. You are involved with fucking using CEW on victims. You are a native and you are involved in murder, missing crimes, and slave trafficking. So fuck you and your stalking. I am not going to put up with it, Travis Brandt. Anyway, I am going to get off here because the chances of anyone seeing this, because it's being blocked, shadow banned, and a lot of my stuff has been hacked and blocked to prevent anything of this getting out, to prevent anything illegal on anyone, to prevent me showing what I have been showing and proving what I have been proving. So a lot of my videos and everything, my lives are being blocked out, and I am not getting... I'm getting screwed anyway. But anyway, I hope somebody sees this. Hit the like, share, subscribe. It definitely helps me. I need medical help. I cannot get medical help. So if there's any more damages done to me, this is May 11th or May 12th, 2025. The time is 9:30 p.m. If any more damage is done to me and anything more happens to me within the next couple of days, I want Ontario provincial police arrested and charged. I've been trying to, and I can 100% prove my words through OIPRD, through private prosecution, trying, as well as LICA more than once, and I can prove my words, plus going to O.p.p with 100% proof of me trying to get arresting and charging on them for 6 years for the crimes they're guilty of, along with the hospital, so I can prove my fucking words. Be safe, everybody. You have any run-in with O.p.p, watch yourselves, watch your parents, because they have no problem having elderly murdered, and they have no problem having kids stalked and molested and sex slave trafficked and adults tortured and murdered. disabled, poor, homeless, elderly. Be careful.